But if something is more beneficial to stay than it is to leave, then, a smart person is going to stay.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Be Divineminded. It is your girl, Goddess Fumi, or you can call me Jennifer because that's what my mama named me. Now this video, I am actually going to redo a topic that I did a couple years back. Now this is before I was really taking YouTube serious and I was just posting my thoughts, okay? It was at a time of my life when I was still learning, truly thought I knew everything. And
yeah, as you grow, you learn more, okay? And the more that you learn, the more that you know that you don't know shit.
So I always said that I was gonna redo that video. One of my homegirls actually inspired me by calling me today, and she was just like, can you send me that video you did on polygamy? And I was just like, girl, that video was so old. My whole mentality is different than what it was or I think that video was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So because of that, I said, you know what? That's gonna be my video tonight. So if you guys are interested, please make sure you continue watching. If you haven't, please, right now, if you can please stop and like this video. Also, when you're done watching the video, I like to ask if you can please comment your thoughts. I don't know if you guys realize how much it helps the channel, but when YouTube sees that people are interested and they're commenting and they're liking it, then they will start to place my videos on other people's timeline, so that more people can be divine-minded.
And then, it's really a way of showing me love, and, that's my love language, you know what I mean? If y'all want to show me some love, comment, like my videos, share the videos, and subscribe to this channel. But let's get to the topic of polygamy.
My deepest apologies. Let me introduce myself properly.
Before we can really talk about polygamy, let's talk about the definitions, okay? Now, polygamy is a real relationship, a real marriage where you have either a husband and more than one wife, or you have a wife with more than one husband. And we can break that down even further to polygyny, which is a husband having more than one wife. Or we can say polyandry, which is when a woman has more than one husband. So when I made the video before, I made 2 different videos. One, I was speaking to a gentleman and he didn't believe that it can really happen or be successful, especially in the Black family. And for me, I felt like a lot of people are in polygamous relationships and one or the other person does not know that they're in a polygamous relationship. I still feel like that to this day. I feel like there's a lot of men out here who is in a relationship, a serious relationship with multiple women, and maybe 1 or 2 of those women don't have a clue. I've known maybe 1 or 2 real life polygamous situations where the husband had 2 wives, they lived together, things worked out. Of course, they had catty fights between the women, but it worked out because the women had a bond with each other and they also had a bond with this man. I feel like polygamy can work because for some people, it is a culture. They are born into this. It's very common with Muslims, and about 47% of people in West Africa are in polygamous relationships, particularly in Senegal. So let me just break it down because I am for polygamy. Now, is that something that I want to partake in? I don't think it's something that any woman wants to partake in, or any man for that matter, because again, like I explained earlier, how, there is polygamous relationships where a woman can have multiple husbands. With the women having more than one husband, a lot of men, they're living on their egos, they're prideful. Men don't like to share what they have, and there's relationships where both the man and the woman, they both have other partners outside of that one marriage, okay? And I've seen it work. Like, if you haven't, go look up Juju Mama. She is a woman who believes in polyandry, and she has a couple husbands and her husband has a couple wives, and it works for them. So check her out on Instagram. It's at Juju Mama. I really love her Instagram because she's very open, and I think she does counsel and talk with couples as well. The reason why I'm so for polygamy, because so many times I've seen situations where men cheat. I believe that not every man cheat because he's unhappy at home. I seriously believe that it is an instinct for most men to want to be with multiple partners. Now, me being a woman, I can speak from experience. I've never actually just wanted to be with more than one man. The only reason why I've probably, like now that I'm dating, that I have had situations where I'm dating, more than one person or chatting it up with more than one person, and that's because I'm single and I'm dating. And I have not found that man that made me just want to be with him and only him. And I believe that when that man come into my life, I wouldn't even want to be with nobody else, because naturally in my past, when I was in love, I'm in love. I don't want nobody else. I don't see nobody else. And that is how a lot of the females that I've been around, that is how they naturally are. But like a lot of times when we cheat, or if we wanted another man, maybe it's because we have not found everything that we're looking for in that person. But because I followed women like Juju Mama on her Instagram, I actually listen to her, and I see that it is women she's actually connected, and she is in love with her husband, and she is also just in love with someone else. And I believe that that is possible. When it comes to love and when it comes to emotions, it's kind of like, it's not something that you control. When you're around somebody and you have that chemistry and that passion, a lot of times it's hard to not act on it. With everything, there's always going to be good and bad. And some of my pros with polygamy, like I've said, I believe that, a lot of men, they do cheat because they can't just truly be themselves. I believe that a lot of times men, they tell their woman, yes, I only want to be with you, I love you, and blah, 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 because they don't want to hurt the woman. If they were to really be honest with themselves and the woman that they're with, they would definitely choose to, yes, I love you, I want to keep you all to myself, but I want to have other women. A lot of times men, the ones that are in real polygamy situations, they are more in it for economical reasons, or they are in it because there was like a bond between the sisters. I do believe that when there is a polygamous relationship that is going to work, especially with more than one wife and a husband, there has to be a connection between those sisters first. I am wholeheartedly, I believe that, because if there's not a connection between the women, the man is going to be going crazy. You know what I mean? And so, even in Islam, Muhammad, he said, I say you can have up to 5, but I believe that each man should choose to only have what he can handle. And it is super hard to even handle one woman, let alone 2, 3, 4, and 5. As a pro, yeah, it can be good if all people are happy and all people are open and honest, and this is what everyone wants to do. But a lot of times women are jealous, and a lot of times people are selfish and they want what they want to themselves. A lot of people have a problem with sharing. I am one of them, and I always say, yeah, I believe in polygamy, but at the same time, it's like, if I'm not all the way happy, how do you have time for another woman? How do you have time to even make another woman happy if you're not even complimenting me, or making me feel like a woman, or making me feel beautiful, or having time to spend with me? I was watching an Oprah show. I watched a couple shows on why do men cheat before I made this video, because I wanted to get an idea of what men of all different races and nationalities was thinking. And a lot of them said, they don't always cheat because they're not happy at home. They do it because it's an instinct.
I love my wife. I never got into the relationship with the other woman because I was dissatisfied with my wife. I still loved her in every way, and I just didn't understand there was certainly an emotional connection I had to the other woman.
Does a happily married man stray?
When you're happily married, your main focus.
Yeah, no, I was happy. I would say, yeah, sure.
I mean, when you look at the way these men feel, it's like, this can't be the only men in the world that feel like that. I know every woman I've ever known has been cheated on. So it's like, if we've all been cheated on, is this really what men think?
Did you have a wedding?
Yes, we did.
You walked down an aisle and dum-dumpty-dum, were you doing to dum-dumpty-dum,
yes.
The whole thing, the wedding march? And you stood there and you said, I do.
Yes.
And you knew you had another girlfriend at the time?
Yes, I did.
How soon after saying your vows did you see the other girl?
Maybe two days.
2 days?
Yeah. So it just never stopped.
So how did you feel about that?
To be honest, I didn't
really feel anything at the time. It's something that I've always done.
So you started cheating because of what, Terrence? How soon into your marriage?
About 3 years after my marriage.
And started cheating because?
You know, you just doing for whatever pleasure or reasons you want to do it for. And one thing led to another quite a few times.
And so it makes you feel like maybe I should believe in polygamy, because if he's going to do it anyways, at least let me know. But see, as I've grown, what I've realized is that sometimes I don't want to know. Sometimes I want to be in my happy little world and living in bliss and just knowing that my man loves me, he's taking care of me, he's doing what he's got to do, and whatever else he's doing out there, as long as I don't know and it ain't affecting me, I don't care. But then if I catch him cheating on me, then I'm going to be mad as hell because why didn't you tell me, or you should have been real with me. So it's kind of like, I guess, in order for polygamy to grow, you really have to have an understanding and a knowledge of self. You have to have self-control. You have to let go of all low vibrational energies like jealousy and anger and selfishness. And that is just something that a lot of us are working on. I do believe in polygamy. I think it would be good, you know, as far as to have that family structure. I think that if people really was honest with each other, then everybody could really be happy, and we don't have to have the lack of fathers in the home, because like I said in my first video, there's a lot of fatherless children because a lot of these children were conceived because these men were cheating on their wives. And so these men have neglected these children, or because these men, you know, just wasn't mature enough to handle the situation between the wife and the child's mother, or, you know, because we as a people mentally are just not ready. We're not ready to really understand the roles of masculine and feminine energy. We're living in a low vibration. We're walking in a low vibration. We're thinking and feeling in these low vibrations. So I think it's really hard for a relationship between two people to work, let alone trying to add more. Now, there is relationships, you know, like if you guys are following Brother Polite, I think he has like 3 or 4 wives, and they're all very beautiful, intelligent Black women. And with him, it seems like it works for them. But again, you see that there is a bond between the sisters. So I honestly do believe that it can work. I am for it. Do I think that I'm ready for that? No. Those low vibrations and me wanting to be number one and me wanting to be, you know, first and wanting my attention, I don't think that I am ready for that. Men need to be more honest though, and it can't just be for sexual pleasures. And if it is, just be honest with these women. If you men really want a polygamous relationship, I think you need to first start out the situation honest. And yes, it may run some women off. I think it's really messed up for a man to want to involve another woman and you don't even know your woman. You know, a lot of y'all think y'all know y'all woman, but y'all don't know when she's sad. Y'all don't know when she's happy. You don't know when she's feeling insecure. And a lot of times your women are feeling insecure, and y'all bringing up this topic of bringing another woman in. And that right there just made her feel even worse because she was already insecure. And so now you're asking to bring another woman in. Instead, you should be trying to find out what is going on with your woman. Let me make her feel good, because a lot of y'all don't even understand if y'all make us feel like $1 million, and you have the power to do it. That's how you got us. But if y'all make us feel like we're on top of the world, honestly, it's probably nothing that you can't get away with, because a woman is not going to leave what she's happy with. I've seen a woman, she will fight to the death over a man that's doing what he's supposed to do, and that's providing, protecting, and loving her, you know, respecting her, talking to her like she's just a princess and a queen, and just really valuing her. Even if she see you cheating or catch you cheating, 9 times out of 10, she's not going anywhere. If you meet a woman and you sweep her ass off her feet, if you treat her good, she's going to still stick around for some time until she just can't stick around no more. Now, I don't know, I know a lot of y'all are going to disagree with me. Like I said in the last video, a lot of y'all can't even provide health insurance for your own family, and you're talking about getting another woman. Polygamy is something that should be done with a man that is financially stable.
Polygamy is something that should be done with a man that is financially stable.
If there's going to be a situation where a man is bringing in another woman, it should be he is financially stable and he is doing everything he needs to do with me, and then he can go ahead and do what he wants to do. It's so often that married men and men that's in relationships hit on me. This is going to be another video, ladies. All men cheat. I believe all men cheat. I believe most men cheat. I believe the ones who don't is because they can't. But when it comes to having multiple wives, I don't think a lot of men want that. I think they may just want to have a lot of sexual partners, or just the ability to have multiple sexual partners. You know, you think about a lot of men been married 20, 25 years and they just want to feel like the man again. You know, the wife knows them. She knows you know how you sleep, your dirty drawers. She knows when you're sick, when you're stressed out. So she's not making you feel, she's not boosting that ego like a woman out in the streets would do. So a lot of men cheat for their ego. You know, a lot of men cheat just to feel like if they still got it. But as far as the polygamy thing, I don't think no woman should get into it unless she is secure within herself. I think the man should know his woman enough to know if she's secure enough to handle something like that. Even threesomes, stuff like that. A lot of y'all men bringing those ideas to your woman and she not even happy with you now. You already just got caught cheating a month ago and now you want to bring this. Now, if you just be a man and come out and straight, look, baby, I love you, but I want to be with other women. Either you're going to deal with that, and men, you got to be willing to lose that woman. You have to be willing to lose that woman, but also be confident enough to know that if you're doing what you're supposed to do, 9 times out of 10, she'll still be with you. You know, and that's not to say that she's weak or anything, but if something is more beneficial to stay than it is to leave, then, you know, a smart person is going to stay. A lot of people are getting into polygamy because they are trying to, you know, just feed their ego. They're trying to let off some sexual steam. I think that more people, if they are going to get into polygamy, they should definitely communicate and be more open and honest with their partners. I believe that it can work if you have those, you know, high vibrations, love, trust, honesty, you know, partnership, you know, making sure that the women bond and just that sisterhood, and the men is being that masculine energy that's needed. You know, the children are taken care of. Yes, I believe in it. Yes, I think it can happen, you know. So yeah, so what are your thoughts? Like, what do you think? I hope I explained it in a more mature way than I did before. I definitely think a lot of men is trying to get in polygamous relationships and they're not even ready to handle one woman. So I think the key is for people to learn themselves and just embrace the experiences. This video is definitely going to be a video that I'm going to make, you know, just talking to women about how we are just too accessible to men who's unavailable, and that could be unavailable mentally, physically, financially. You know, if that man is not available to you to be the masculine energy that you need, you know, whether it's going home every night or only spending, you know, time with you here and there or on the weekends or a couple hours after work, things like that, that is not totally available to you. And that is something that we should start paying attention to and stop being accessible to men who are unavailable. So make sure you guys stay tuned, subscribe to this channel so you can check out that video, because I'm definitely going to make a video on that. That is something that I've experienced, and I'm super glad that I'm a goddess now, because I couldn't even imagine going through some of the shit I've been through as a younger girl now, as a mature woman. And yeah, so make sure you guys find me on Instagram at Divineminded. I also opened up my online shop. I hope you guys check it out, support me. I have crystals, sage bundles, some of them that I handcrafted myself. I have bath bags, guys, and it is made with everything you need to make sure the nostrils and your sinuses and everything is clear. Right now, y'all know we in flu season. Make sure you guys check out the shop, Divineminded.shop. I have herbal bath bags. I'm also, probably tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be adding some shower bags, which is going to have all the fresh herbs and essential oils that you're going to need. You can hang it right up on your shower and you're going to just smell like you're just in Vicks Vapor Rub heaven, okay? If that's not going to help you cleanse yourself and keep you protected from coronavirus, I don't know what is. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Love you all. Be divine minded.